Hello everyone and welcome back to the Rose Room. Alright y'all, so I'm doing a pros and cons or my experience living in Cali after living in both Maryland and Texas. I'm gonna tell y'all the good things, the bad things, all of it, okay? Alright, so number one thing that is a big difference between Maryland, Texas, and Cali is food. Now, if you know me, you know I love food. Food is something that helps me figure out what the area is about. Like, it helps me get the vibe of the people based on the food, okay? And one thing about Cali, they don't got it. Especially where I live at, they don't got it. They don't got it at all. They cook American food well. They cook like burgers, hot dogs, pizza, chicken, stuff like that. They do that okay. But other ethnicities of food, they don't got it. Chinese food, they don't got it. Where I go? Seafood. You would think they live right next to the ocean that they would know how to do some really good seafood boils. No, they don't. They don't. I had the sorriest seafood boil from this restaurant that I went to. I'm not gonna put them out there, but let me just say it was not good. And I found them on Instagram, and then the people was like, "Oh my gosh, it's like the best." And then this, that, and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, let me see what y'all talking about. So I went. No, the sauce was not good for the seafood boil. It barely had a flavor profile. Like, it just tasted like a little bit of garlic, a little bit of lemon, and like nothing else. Nothing else. And it was their house sauce, which said is lemon pepper, Cajun, all this stuff. Ain't nothing Cajun about that. Ain't nothing Cajun about that. And I don't mean to put them down, but I've had way better seafood boils in Maryland and Texas. Like, hands down. Those are 100 out of 10 compared to Cali. Oh, Jamaican, they don't really have a lot of Jamaican places here, and I highly doubt that I'm gonna be able to find a good one, like a really good one, that's not Californianized. Yeah. I don't even think that's a word, but we're just gonna say it. But yeah. I wanted Jamaican food because I love Jamaican food. In Maryland, we have the best Jamaican food spot right down the street from my house. They just expanded. My mama told me. I was like, what, Mom? They expanded? She's like, yeah. Like, they got 2 stores now right next to each other. I'm like, what? This is crazy. But their food is bomb. And I know why they're still in business and why they're doing so well. Because their food is bomb. Now, I don't know about these other ones, but we gonna see. We gonna see. But the reason why I cook in the house all the time is because none of the food spots that I look up look appetizing. Even the pictures don't look appetizing. Like, it just looks very flavorless. And that's what I've experienced every time I eat out here, except for a fast food place that I would go to at any other state. The restaurants are not it right now. And I'll let y'all know when I find a good one, but restaurants are not it. All right, so the second thing that we're gonna go to, traffic. The traffic here is horrible sometimes. And another thing I don't like about it is everybody drives way above the speed limit. The speed limit on the highway is 55 to 65 miles per hour. Why are we going 70 and 80 miles per hour or 90 miles per hour just to keep up with traffic? That's ridiculous. And I get so scared when my husband drives. I don't drive, as y'all know. I still have to learn how to drive. I know how to drive, but I'm just scared too. But my husband, he's a great driver. But the people here drive too fast, and they don't drive very strategic. Parking, everybody parks on the street here. That isn't something that I'm not used to. In Maryland, we got a lot of parking spaces, parking garages, there's parking places to park. We don't park on the street in Maryland, really. Unless you go into some type of restaurant. Like here, everybody parks on the street. Even if you have a house, you gotta park on the street sometimes. In apartments, unless they got a parking lot or a parking garage, you parking on the street. That's ridiculous to me. That is so ridiculous to me. No. Yeah, no. Luckily, our apartment has a parking lot, so, and they have good spacing for the cars. They give you more than enough space to open your door and everything, so I love our apartment for that, but everybody else's, they don't have the same experience at all. Another thing about Cali that I don't like, their homelessness is pretty bad. Not where I live, but just like in the downtown areas, there's a lot of homeless people. They actually have like security guards walking around downtown, especially at night, to just keep people safe and keep the peace there, you know? But most of the time, the homeless people really don't be doing nothing that I've seen when I go there. But I'm just saying, like, their presence is very known. We went to a public library, and they was right outside the library window, just talk, like they were all just in a group, just talking and just. I was like, but they can't make them move. They have like some special laws that protect the homeless community out here, which I think is probably good, but then in some cases it's not a good look because you can't move them from, like, say they're in front of a restaurant. They're sleeping in front of a restaurant. You can't move them or tell them to move. You have to let them be. Like, you can't make them move. Like, that's weird to me. I never experienced that. Cali and Texas, you won't see no homeless people just out in front of your restaurant sleeping or something like it. That just doesn't happen. But Cali's got some different laws. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely different, and I will have to adjust to it. But it definitely doesn't make the certain parts of the city look very pretty when everybody can just sleep wherever they want to sleep. So yeah, that part. All right, let's go to the good things. The good things, we got scenery. The scenery here is so beautiful. We got mountains, beaches, hills, beautiful parks, beautiful parks. I love the beaches though. I love the beaches. The beaches are so pretty. Most of them are clean. Yesterday we went to Mission Beach. Not the cleanest part where we were at. It was not the cleanest. It was flies in the sand. I was like, why are there flies in the sand? And I wanted to get out of there. But we went to a different part and it was fine. But the part we went to was not a good part. But yeah, we go to the beach a lot. We love going to the beach. That's like our family day thing. We take our brother-in-laws and go with our in-laws and just go have a beach day sometimes. It's really fun. And Luna loves the water and getting in the sand and stuff and making sandcastles. Yeah, and they're really close. Unlike in Texas where Galveston is like an hour away from your house in any direction. It's an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic. But yeah, I like that the beaches here, there's a lot of access to beaches within like a 10 to 20 minute radius from wherever you live at, no matter where you live at. So yeah, beaches, parks, beautiful, big, beautiful parks. There's a lot of dogs here. Like, people love dogs here. People love dogs here. Like, dogs are a big, big thing here. Everybody has a dog. We're about to get a dog. I don't know when, but we're gonna get a dog. And that's because of me. I've asked for a dog for years. And this just seems like the perfect time to get a dog. Perfect time. We're in the perfect place for dogs. Like, yeah, we're gonna get a dog. And I will definitely be recording that because that's gonna be so exciting. Y'all gonna see a lot of doggy and mommy content. It's gonna be great. All right, what else is good about Cali? The environment is very clean. At least where I live at, the environment is very clean. They keep everything clean. I haven't experienced no like insects in my house other than like, you know, occasionally an ant or a spider in the window. Like, other than that, I don't experience no like insects inside the house. Like, and we live in an apartment. And in Houston, we had problems with bugs, like really bad. But here, we don't got none of that. I love that because I'm not a bug person. I do not like bugs, and them in my house is no. There is, where we live at, there's a lot of Arabic people or Middle Eastern people. So that's different. Me just being around another culture, they're very modest. So sometimes the outfits that I wear, I feel a little bit uncomfortable going outside. But like, I don't dress, it's not like I'm dressing like provocative, but like they're very covered. Like they wear their head dresses, and they're very, very covered, like from head to toe. They don't show any skin. So most of them. So I sometimes feel out of place, but they're very nice. They're very nice. Our neighbors, they're an old couple. They're super sweet. They gave us some bread. The guy, I guess his wife had made some bread, and then I was coming home, and he just like, hold on. And he came and he gave me 2 big pieces of bread that they had made. It was really good. And I was just like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, so other than that, like, they're cool people. They're very peaceful people. Like their kids, the kids play outside a lot together. Like they're very community centered people. And I actually like that about them. Like everybody knows everybody. They look out for each other, especially where we live, because we live in like a smaller complex. They are very like, just have a sense of togetherness. Yeah, and they like talking to each other and make sure everybody's good. They watch out for each other, so I really love that about them. Cali is the people here are not go-getters like that. They're not very like what is it? I don't know how to explain it. They're not lazy, but they're not super like motivated, like driven people. Like they're very laid back, chillax people. And you can feel it just when you look around and the way that they operate. Like nobody gets up here until like 8 in the morning. You don't see no activity at 6 in the morning. In Houston, people be up 5, 6 in the morning, going to wherever they going. They got business meetings. They got all kinds of stuff going on at all hours of the morning and night. Cause people, like, they're go-getters. Like they hustle, like they grind. And that is not the case here. Everybody is chillaxing, chilling until 8, 9 o'clock. And going to work 8, 9 o'clock. Like, they chill here. They're very chill. So if you're a very like dominant, go-getter type person, you can dominate here. Like my husband, he's gonna dominate here. He already is dominating. Let me talk about the expenses. So people think that Cali's like super expensive. It is relatively expensive, but they pay you more here. For like even just a entry-level job, they just raised the minimum wage here to $20 an hour. Now I will say that's not enough to get a decent apartment. But if you get roommates, y'all can make it work. But even though everything's a little bit higher, it's not like a crazy amount of inflation here. It's just the same amount as everybody else right now. Only thing is they pay a little bit more because of that, because it's like maybe $1-2 more than the average like person in Houston or Maryland. We're paying just a little bit more, but they also pay you a little bit more. So, and there's ways to save money. People want to be like, oh, Cali's so expensive, Cali's so expensive. Baby, if you eating out every day, yeah, it's gonna be expensive. If you getting like all just name brand everything that come in your house, yeah, it's gonna be expensive. If you like, there's ways to cut costs so that it's not as expensive and still live a quality life. Cause baby, I be balling on a budget. Okay? And we ain't poor, but I like saving money. I don't like spending unnecessary amounts of money just to pay for a name brand of a product. I'll get the store brand. Oh, trust and believe I'll get the store brand. Quick, fast, in a hurry. My husband doesn't like that, but I'm not paying $3 for some seasoning when I can pay $1.50 for the store brand and it tastes similar. I'm not doing that. Like, no. So, and I love shopping at the dollar store for like the household products. So like toothbrushes, toothpaste, hand soap, containers, little cups for the house, just little like knickknacks, like little baskets for organizational things. Like I love going to the dollar store for like, and even we get snacks and juices from there. What else do we get from there? Q-tips, like little things that you wouldn't think to go there for. Those are the things that I go there for because I know what's in there. And I even go there for sometimes for shampoo. They have some really good shampoo lines. They had came out with this new, it was like a new brand that was coming out. And it's actually really good shampoo. And I was like, I'm surprised at how much I paid for it. $125. I would have went to Walmart. I would have paid $3, $4 for a bottle of shampoo that's gonna last me the same amount of time. But I just rather, I rather cut the cost. I'm very frugal, and I don't care. I'll probably be frugal even if I made $10,000 a month. I would still be frugal in certain areas. But yeah, there's definitely ways to cut costs here. So don't be scared. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, y'all. Other than that, I think that covers pretty much all the bases of what you would need to know in order to make your decision on coming here. It's definitely a great place, but you have to be a certain type of person to be here. I will say that. You do have to be a certain type of person to be here and really enjoy it. You have to really be like, you can't be like one of those homebodies that want to be in the house all the time. Because they really want to enjoy it the way that we do. And I'll say 60% of the time I am in the house. But those other 40, I'm outside because my husband likes going out and exploring stuff and just seeing what's around. So if you really want to enjoy it, if you really want to get like the feel of where you're going, come visit first. Come visit. And then decide after you get a few days out here of just roaming around, doing whatever, figuring out like what this place is and look at some apartments or whatever, look at some houses. It's a great place to live, I will say. It's a great place to live. I love it. I hope y'all love it. I hope this was a good video for y'all to get y'all understanding of what it's like being in Cali. And I think I'll do another video in a couple of months when we get to like a year of being here of how we been doing and stuff like that. So yeah, but I hope y'all love the video. I hope it helped y'all in some type of way. I'll see you on the next video. Peace. We are leaving the Rose Room.